Christian Combs was served on his lawsuit with Diddy. Grace Marquez filed a lawsuit against Christian Combs and Diddy for SA, and she filed it all the way back on April 4th of 2024. She was finally able to catch Christian Combs and serve him for the lawsuit at Diddy's Miami mansion. And a lot of people aren't realizing that Grace Marquez accused Christian Combs and Diddy both of SA. Grace Marquez worked as a stewardess in the yachting industry, and she claims that she was SA'd while working for Diddy on his yacht. She claimed in her lawsuit that Diddy was mostly on the yacht, but Christian Combs and Justin Combs were staying in a luxury villa nearby, but would join their father on the yacht most evenings. In the second week of the charter service, there was a significant amount of partying and substance use, which caused guests to stay up late through the night. The makeup of the yacht quickly evolved from just Sean Combs and his family to include a rotation of suspected workers and other A-list celebrities. And she names two of these celebrities as French Montana and actor Cuban Gooding Jr. Grace said that it was an extremely hazardous environment. She said guests often demanded drinks until 6 a.m. and the staff were often treated with disrespect. Suspected workers were sprawled out unconscious about the yacht, and it was difficult to distinguish which bottles of alcohol were laced with substances and which bottles were not. She claimed that there was various women on the yacht and they would be falling over themselves, panicking, or passing out, and this led her to believe that the alcohol given to these women was likely laced. She claimed that Christian Combs arrived on the yacht heavily intoxicated, and upon entering the recording studio on the yacht, Christian Combs started ordering tequila shots to be poured from a bottle of alcohol that he may have brought onto the yacht. Ironically, Christian Combs was playing Cassie's Me and You. Christian Combs asked the plaintiff to bring shots to the recording studio sun deck, and the plaintiff agreed as she was the only one serving at the time. Grace alleges that she took one shot from Christian Combs after constantly getting pressured to take a shot, and this is when things would turn sinister. She said Christian Combs insisted that she stay chatting with him and sit beside him. She resisted but remained polite and asked to leave. Christian Combs became aggressive and insisted that she take another shot and sit beside him. At this point, Christian Combs violently grabbed her arm and began hurting her. He pulled her on the seat beside him and prevented her from getting up. She said she kept insisting that she had to go back to work and she had to return to the pantry, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. She said that Christian Combs was so angered and he forced her to take another shot. She claims the situation started to escalate even more, and then Diddy SA'd her. He began touching her inappropriately, and he also tried to kiss her and proceeded to kiss her neck, face, and hands. Diddy insisted Rodney Jones to record everything, and she said that Rodney Jones still had the audio recording of Christian Combs giving her substances and SA'ing her. And this is the audio transcript that she is also including in this lawsuit. Christian Combs, yo, it's shot o'clock. She said, no, I'm not doing shots, Christian. Everybody, we gotta take a shot. She said, I'll just put it on the ledge. He said, no, 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 take the whole thing. She said, no, you will take it as well. And he said, take the whole shot. Christian Combs said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not taking nothing. Please, please take the shot. She said, are you giving substances to me? He said, take the shot. Hey, yo, play another beat one time. Grace Marquez also included an audio recording of some of the essay that she would go through by Christian Combs because, as she said, Diddy allegedly wanted people to record this encounter. Cassie's Me and You is playing in the background, and she said, this is not an offer. Christian Combs said, you said what? She said, I can't. I'm swapping out. I can't do it. I'm sorry, darling. Christian Combs said, nah, we need you. She said, I'm going to stop. Stop. I have to go. I have to go. Honestly, I'm like already losing sleep. I have to go now. Christian Combs, you're the best one on this ship, though. She said, what do you mean? Christian Combs said, who's going to replace you? She said, who's going to replace me? He said, F that. That's going to be trash, though. You feel me? She said, excuse me, don't touch my legs like that. I'll move my legs where I want to. She also said, "If I want to do this, I will. You don't touch my legs like that." And she claims after this incident in the recording studio with Diddy and Christian Combs, she would resume to her duties. Shortly after returning to the pantry, Christian Combs called for her. He went looking for her and demanded that she find him a place to sleep on the yacht. She claims that she directed him to the cinema, which was also used for an extra sleeping space, and as she entered the room, Christian Combs became physically and extremely aggressive, and he cornered her and started to grope her. She then claims that Christian Combs took off all of his clothes and he began touching on her and forcing her to perform oral. She began fighting Christian Combs, and not long after, her partner entered the cinema, and this is when Christian Combs would let her go and she was able to leave. That morning, she went to the yacht's captain and she told him about the incident, and he lacked compassion or concern, and he failed to investigate the incident that happened to her. And she claims that Diddy's employees, including Brendan Paul, his chief of staff christiancombs, and his second in line Frankie Sanatello, learned of what occurred and informed Diddy about it. She alleges that shortly after, the captain received a generous tip from Diddy in order to keep quiet about the situation. Diddy's failure to ensure that there was a safe environment on that yacht was intentional. She said that Christian Combs quickly approached her one time and ordered her to remove all Ciroc and De Leon bottles. She was informed that Redacted 1 and Redacted 2 were boarding the yacht. At this point, Diddy exited the room, and Redacted 1 and Redacted 2 entered the room, and Sean Combs returned sober and holding his newborn daughter. This all occurred within less than an hour. And Redacted 1 is a famous female comedian, and Redacted 2 is a wife of a famous comedian and a founder of a New York-based charity. Who do y'all think that is? Let me know in the comments. She also claimed in another incident while she was working on the yacht that there were several women who were suspected of being workers. In one incident, a girl was extremely upset and ran to the lower deck and locked herself in the massage room. She was hysterically crying. She said that she didn't feel safe and she wanted to leave. She said at this time, Sarah Chapman, one of Diddy's children's mother, was due to have a massage. So the plaintiff had to attempt to remove this young woman from the massage room, but she was very reluctant and she felt unsafe. She also claims when Sean Combs chartered the yacht, she witnessed several A-list guests aboard, including rappers Redacted 3, Redacted 4, Redacted 5, Redacted 6, Redacted 7, and Cuba Gooding Jr. She witnessed Cuba Gooding Jr. touching the producer Rodney Jones, who also has a lawsuit against Diddy inappropriately. So this is everything in Grace O'Markey's lawsuit against Christian Combs and Diddy too. Not just Christian Combs. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.